Cypher, join us. Vector and I were just discussing Moff Letshara.
We never met her, of course.
Quite fortunate, that. But Vector did know her husband, a fine Dejaric player and a scribe of the Ilfmar Gambit.
We apparently share the Doctor's taste in theatre.
I didn't know you were interested in theatre.
Think of it as a testing ground for human nature, much like the game of Dejaric.
We can finish this later, Doctor.
Your crew members are delightful people. For instance, did you know Mistress Kaleo is fluent in Kalish profanities? A rare and admirable skill. I wonder how you manage them. Leadership is such a delicate thing.
My team knows what they're doing.
A fine philosophy until one stabs you in the back. Still, it's good you value their camaraderie. A dead or alienated colleague is a resource lost, and in our business, it's a small step from being disliked to being blacklisted.
Alienate enough people and you find yourself running unauthorized missions on a dead planet.
Quite. I could tell you stories. But I'm afraid I have to attend to my data analysis program. Another time, Cypher. My good friend, allow an old man some sentiment and join me for a reminiscence. Today is the 13th anniversary of the death of Cypher 12, one of the finest agents I've ever worked with.
You commemorate a dead man after 30 years.
An obligation of the trade. If we don't remember one another, there's no one else who will. Cypher 12 was one of the old guard from before the war. He cultivated allies on the fringes. By the time he received his Mandalorian brands, he'd also become verbally abusive in private, but he never cracked on the job. Always had a smile.
Men who can handle the stress don't become verbally abusive.
Granted, some drink or womanize, and some ritualize their behaviors. I've seen every coping mechanism imaginable. Eventually the odds caught up with him, and a Hapani royal assassin punctured his lungs. Inevitable, really. Are you aware how few ciphers survive past year 5?
Of all the things that go wrong in this job, dying isn't so bad. Failure, though.
Rather my point. I admire the line you walk between obedience and ingenuity. Unfortunately, your methods breed enemies. Be careful not to end up without recourse.
You chose to join my crew. If you didn't like my methods, you could have found a way out by now. What are you after?
I've made it through a very long career by choosing my partners wisely. I've outlasted them all, and I intend to keep doing so.
Agent, we've had time to think since reuniting the Killik colony. Not that our work hasn't kept us busy, but we didn't actually thank you for allowing our pilgrimage. You should come with us next time.
I've got enough Killicks in my life without searching for more.
All you've been through, and you're still bothered by insects. You surprise us. In any case, we should get back to work. We promised Kaleo we'd keep the hatchlings away from her quarters, which means some training is in order.
The last thing we need is infighting among the crew or bugs under our pillows.
Spoken like the warrior poets of old. Let us know if anything comes up. We are ready to move when you are.
How are things, Vector?
Agent, when we communed with the other nests, we saw a force for change in the galaxy. There are Killicks as large as starships and as small as mites, joiners from 100 species on 1,000 worlds. We mean to report on the Killick colony to the diplomatic service.
The Killicks are a force to be reckoned with, and the Empire should know.
If the service can make entreaties to the colony, if we make them an ally, we'll have a foothold in the unknown regions. We'd have access to Killick craftsmanship, joiner information. Even without their military support, they would be invaluable.
Are you sure you're not letting your personal situation color your view?
Certainly, we'd like to show the beauty of the colony to others. But we haven't forgotten politics. And if the Empire doesn't make allies of the Killicks, someone else may get to them first.
The bugs are unpredictable. Keep your focus on our mission, and leave foreign policy to someone else.
As you wish, Agent. But We still have friends in the diplomatic service, and we'll be keeping abreast of the situation.
I rather like your ship. Not exactly military, but it'll be nice not sleeping in a thermosuit. Once we're underway, you'll bring me up to speed on my duties, sir. Show me the tricks of undercover work.
You're embarking on a new career. No nostalgia for your old life?
None, sir. If I'm here, I intend to commit myself. I probably ought not to bring this up, but there is the matter of my talents. If I'm operating in the Empire, there's the chance the Sith will find out what I can do. They wouldn't be pleased.
If your talents become an issue, we'll deal with them.
Understood, sir. In the meantime, I intend to make myself irreplaceable.
So this card player just need to get his people off my back.
Tell the Hutt I always appreciate a fan, but I don't need anyone to stake me.
Hello, Ta. Look who you found.
Kaleo? Kaleo, it's fantastic to see you. Who's your friend?
I work with her, and she wanted me here for this.
Of course, I understand.
You want to tell me what you were thinking looking for me? Hiring investigators? Bribing dock managers?
I just wanted to find you.
You're messing with my life. A lot of people want me dead, and if you find me, a lot of other people find me too.
I didn't think I wanted you back with me. I want to share the penthouse again, and the money, and... I want you not to leave.
He's the threat we came to deal with.
I never said he was a fighter.
Why'd you leave, Kaleo?
You're not asking the questions. You listen good, you worm. I'm not going to let you ruin me.
So you'll kill me instead, for not giving up on you?
We don't have time for this. Just shoot him.
You want to know why I left behind the flash and the credits, Ta? It's because you're boring. Let's go. Hope the next target's more interesting. So according to what I got, this is the last place anyone saw our bounty hunter. The Menace. Loser wants a piece of me just because everyone else does. We'll show him what it's like to be hunted.
You live a bad life, you come to a bad end.
You said it. Doesn't look like anyone's home. That's okay. We can wait. Think we got something.
Kaleo, you haven't changed.
Do I know you?
You should.
Ona Querrit, the woman you left on Elysia, remember?
No way. You're kidding.
A pleasure to meet you.
Don't. You can go, but my business is with her.
She's Senator Querrit's daughter. Rich brat. I showed her how to live.
You seduced me into leaving my father, leaving Coruscant.
You got to see new places, hang with the Black Sun. Her dad didn't even cut off her accounts.
He thought I'd been kidnapped. When you disappeared, I cried for a month. I couldn't go home. But on Alderaan, they taught me how to duel, so I became this.
You can't tell me you were expecting this.
I've got to say, Ona, I didn't think you had it in you.
Now you know. Put down your weapons and surrender. I'm taking you, dead or alive.
You forgot the third option.
You die first. Let's go down that list again. Roll, check. Ijal, check. Tatigel, check. The Menace, check. You and me, Agent, we are freaking king and queen of the galaxy.
You have had some interesting relationships.
Kind of fun seeing everyone again. Still can't believe Ono tried to become a bounty hunter. She was such a mess. And without Rawl, the Rim is going to be fair game for new pirates. Opportunity for everyone.
Anyone else from your past liable to turn up?
Well, you've met Nemro, and the rest are harmless. Forget those losers. Forget intelligence if you want. You and me have got a future.
Partners till the bitter end? Or is the day coming when I'm the one hunted down?
If I knew, I'd tell you. That's part of the fun, though, right? I liked my time with those guys, and I like my time here. Wouldn't have it any other way. So, thanks. Hey, I'm worried your shooting's a little off. All that tech stuff weighing you down. If we ever go blasters only, your kill count won't look good next to mine.
I'm going to assume that's your natural good cheer.
You assume right. No one hunting me down, no exes mooning over me. Last time I cleaned house, I was playing anarchist on Brental. Feels good to be free again.
What does a free woman do with herself?
Well, I've got a lot of options. Might be time to move on. I could go after a big score, try something other than spy games. You could come with me.
You're not bad company. And I could use a change of pace.
Yeah. You and me traveling the galaxy. Doing something. Getting into trouble. Haven't worked it out past that, but I'll let you know. So, here's what I figure. Every morning you get up, you exercise, you check your gear, you do your thing to prep. You've got flowcharts tattooed on your eyelids. Me, I'm lucky when I don't crawl out of bed drooling on the floor. How is it I keep up with you? Am I just that good, or does dirty fighting beat training after all?
Trust me, it's not training and discipline that gets me by.
Maybe. I'm still not convinced. Admit it. We're a good team. You with the gimmicks and me with the rough stuff. We're not tripping over each other anymore. Took a while, but you and me, we're a synced-up death machine.
Give us a few more years, we'll be taking out star cruisers.
You set up the shot, I'll take it, Agent.
Hello, Kaleo. What's going on?
Hey, so I've been thinking. With all the stuff I've told you about my past, we ever talk about the Brental anarchists?
The stuff you've told me is mostly lies. But no, we haven't.
Come on, you met my exes. I told you half lies, but they were for real. Anyway, been thinking about the Revolutionary Edge Brigade. Cell was me and probably a dozen other guys. We blew up hollow relays, robbed banks, kidnapped politicos and corporate honchos. Did a lot of damage.
I suppose you were vicious in your youth.
I've mellowed. RAB let me blow up stuff and call it progress. I wasn't really in it for the philosophy. Even so, there's times I look at who we work for now and, well, I never thought I'd end up helping a bunch of dictators, you know?
Dreams can be very different from reality.
Hey, you probably got it worse than me. Thing is, I'm actually pretty content. I've got money, company's decent. Even your squad's growing on me. Hypocrisy's a funny thing. See you around, Agent.
I hope I'm not prying. I overheard a bit of your conversation and couldn't help but wonder, have you noticed anything unusual about Kaleo's behavior lately?
Less griping, more cheer. Other than that, no.
Interesting. I hadn't spotted that. However, I've noticed some encoded messages broadcast to and from the ship. Kaleo has access to the relay, and I'm trying to assess all possibilities.
Let me know if anything happens, or if you find out more about those transmissions.
Of course. I always enjoy a puzzle.
Look, I'm sorry to dump this on you, but you're gonna need to live without me for a little while. It'll be quick, but I need time off to wrap up some personal things.
It's a little sudden, isn't it? What's going on?
Nothing big, just some private stuff.
And I was worried I'd miss your departure. Kaleo, we've had our differences, but I wanted to wish you the best of luck. I'm sure the Wheezer and his Revolutionary Edge Brigade will be delighted to have you back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm surprised that you would permit this, though. Letting Kaleo see her old anarchist friends must violate any number of Imperial regulations.
Clearly I haven't been filled in.
I've traced encoded messages sent from this ship to the leader of the Brental anarchists.
Look, it's not what you think. The Weezer got in touch, said he needed help. Didn't say why, but I figure security's cracking down on the cell again.
This man leads your old anarchist group?
He's one of the guys who started it. He taught me everything.
He's hit mostly corporate targets, but Imperial assets seem fair game for the REB as well. Just less convenient.
The Weezer was good to me, so I thought I'd lend a hand. Figured telling you would make trouble, get someone killed. If you don't trust me, come back with me and watch my back. We'll buy him off somehow. Might actually survive that way.
I can make contact myself, or go through the Citadel.
He doesn't want your help, and he doesn't trust you. It has to be me.
She may have a point. And if the Weezer is expecting her, he's a problem that must be addressed.
I suppose I've met everyone else you worked with. What's one more?
I'll get in touch with him. One call to set up the meeting.
I'll leave you to your work.
We're all set. The Weezer will meet us at the Hutta spaceport. Just try to make this go without a fight. I don't need to lose either of you. Remember, we're not here to make trouble. You start something, I get unhappy.
Kaleo, of all the gifts you've sent to me, this is truly the finest. An agent of Imperial intelligence. How marvelous.
And you're just another murderer who justifies himself with politics.
Aren't we all?
Whoa, tone it down, both of you.
Have you not told him? Kaleo has been selling information to the Revolutionary Edge Brigade ever since she joined the Empire.
What are you doing?
Imperial security data, spaceport blueprints, the names of powerful people, useful things. But now, she's gone beyond the call of duty.
Beyond the call of duty how?
By delivering you, of course.
Shut up. This wasn't what we agreed to.
Why bother keeping it private when your associate dies anyway? He's more useful dead than alive. His hands and eyes can get us through biometric security scans.
This isn't a harvest job.
Then I apologize for misreading our agreement, but this is too promising an opportunity to pass up.
Tell me what's going on. Tell me the truth.
Damn you, Agent. And damn you, Weezer, for making me do this.
No mercy. Disappointed with you, Kaleo. You were never a believer, but siding with the Empire?
I didn't want to pick a side. So yeah, I sold him a few secrets. He paid better than you do, and it's not like I got you in trouble.
How long have you two been working together?
I don't know. First time we went to Droman Kaas, I sent him some stuff. Just became a regular thing. I didn't talk about the missions. I'm not stupid. He was into bombing spaceports and raiding transports, not espionage and conspiracies.
No real harm done. And the Weezer won't be a threat from now on. I'd say we put this behind us.
Are you serious? If I thought you'd be that way about it, I would have offered you a cut.
I don't suppose there's any money left.
Not one credit. Come on. We'll check the Weezer's pockets and go home.
Begin encrypted message. This is Keeper to Cipher 9. We don't have long before Republic intercept, but I wanted to hear from you. Status report, please.
It's been much too long, Keeper. Things aren't easy, but I'm still with the SIS.
I wouldn't expect any less, but that wasn't my concern. I'm getting disturbing reports about your activities. Loss of Imperial life on Hoth and some sort of incident at headquarters. Cipher, I need to know if the stress is getting to you.
It won't be much longer, I promise.
Your job is to learn what the SAS is after. Then, and only then, you must kill Arden Koth. Don't lose sight of those goals. Keep it out.
Patience. The serum is working. Play the game until you're free.
This is codename Leggett. I'm in position awaiting orders.
Leggett, how's Quesh compared to Hoth? Find any pretty ensigns?
Nar Shaddaa, Hoth, Quesh. We can't get away from each other, can we?
What can I say? We're on the same team now. Hunter to deck. Report in.
Codename Saber in position. Good to see you, Leggett.
Codename Wheel ready for operations.
And I'll be in position shortly. It's good to see you together as a team. Too many solo jobs nowadays. But now we're together for the most important job we've ever done. We're here for a weapon. One that can stop this war. Over a decade ago, Colonel Omas of the Republic Special Forces assembled a team of the galaxy's greatest scientists. The scientists, led by Nason Godera, were instructed to design a weapon capable of turning back the Imperial threat. A shadow arsenal of missiles cloaked from detection and more powerful than any made before.
Colonel Omas died at the Battle of Hoth. Nason Godera moved on to other things. Everyone assumed the shadow arsenal was never completed. But it was. Nason Godera built the shadow arsenal on Quesh, then concealed it in a fit of conscience.
Godera couldn't have found a nice tropical world.
Poison gas atmosphere deters most guests.
Without the Colonel to lead them, the scientists decided the weapon was too destructive. Godera called it catastrophic. He wiped all records.
That's why you've all been running around the galaxy. The ultrawave transmitter had Nason Godera's weapon activation codes. Colonel Omas's shuttle, the Starbreeze, led us to this star system.
And the assault on Mangaza? Wheel and I...
Gave us one more key. There are 200 missiles in the Shadow Arsenal. Only takes one to destroy Ka City. Threat alone should make the Sith surrender.
Your plan won't work. Destroy Ka City, destroy the Korriban Academy. They'll only want revenge.
Then we'll have to fight. The missiles are still inside the old manufacturing complex. 2 square kilometers of factories and tunnels.
Sealed up but still intact. The scientists couldn't bear to destroy their work, so they built defenses 50 years ahead of Republic standard.
We're going to secure the facility. I'll bring in the shuttle and locate the Shadow Arsenal.
Saber, take out the main batteries. Wheel, see what you can do with the main computer.
Affirmative.
Leggett, you'll penetrate the structure at these coordinates. Bypass the droids and lower the facility shields so our shuttle can land.
This plan is insane. I can't go along with it.
Keyword, onomatophobia. You will lower the shields and complete this mission.
Stop it. Leggett, we'll talk about your reservations after, I promise. May the Force be with us all.
No choice. Deactivated.
This is Leggett. Shields are down. The shuttle is clear to land.
And Saber did her part. We'll have the Shadow Arsenal on board and headed for Republic space within the hour. You're going to hold position here. Protect the controls until we're gone.
You don't want me near the missiles.
You've done your part. There's no reason to make you face this. Leggett, this is goodbye for now. Go back to Imperial Intelligence. Shore up your contacts. We'll be in touch in a few months.
They don't need you anymore.
Hold position. Keyword, onomatophobia. And thank you.
They're going to win. Now we're out of time.
I don't need your assessment. I need a way out.
The IX serum has been eating at you since you injected it. Carving neural pathways. Bleaching your brain. It isn't finished, but it'll have to suffice. We're going to rewrite your programming. New commands, new keyword, no outside control. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Quesh Protocol, Phase 1. New keyword. Iconoclasm.
Keyword accepted. Quesh Protocol engaged.
Now you have access. You can force your mind and body to obey a new program. Tell me what you want.
Nothing is going to stop me from getting revenge. Not anymore.
Embed assassination commands. Keyword activate from user only. Accept no outside orders.
Assassination commands embedded. Accepting no further orders.
Revert to phase 0. You're free now. Time for me to go. But stop the SIS. Find out how they obtained Imperial brainwashing codes. There are truths you need to know.
Focus, Cypher. Your pupils are dilated, but your heart rate is steady. I know you're not dying.
I'll explain later. Just follow my lead.
Who else would I follow?
Minor damage to left tertiary servo motor. Functions are not impaired.
For a droid, you're a bad liar. Come on.
Multiple life forms approaching.
Legate? I thought you were supposed to be at the shield controls.
My name isn't Legate, and I don't take orders from the Republic.
No! Wheel, call Master Koth now! Go!
Blasted machine. Locking mechanisms disengaged.
Legate, I thought I felt you. You're supposed to be back at the shields. I see. You're free, aren't you?
Do you know what happens when you cage an animal? He gets vicious.
Is that how you think? You've shown me your true face. Let me show you mine. Before Ardenkoth, the SIS chief, there was a better man. A Jedi Knight who couldn't live up to the code. That Jedi can't live in a world of shadows. But maybe he can still save the galaxy.
You failed at being a Jedi. Now you fail at being a spy. Time to die.
You fight good, Cypher. I don't expect mercy. The Shadow Arsenal was my chance to stop the war, and I failed.
You're going to die knowing the Republic will fall.
There is no death. There is the Force.
Ardenkoth gone forever. How will the Watchers stay awake at night without him plotting away?
Self-righteous prig. Even this was too good for him.
And you always struck me as a forgiving person.
Cypher. Imperial again, huh? And no more programming. That is a surprise. I was finished with Arden, but I had plans for you. We could have wandered the galaxy together. Me as the captain, you as my servant.
Ardenkoth was your commanding officer. What do you mean, finished with him?
Big changes are coming. Imperial intelligence and the SIS. History will forget them, and it'll forget you. I just tipped off a squadron of Imperial bombers. That facility is about to be wiped out.
I'll claw my way out of the rubble to hunt you down. Do you hear me?
Loud and clear. I'm sure you'll be a nasty pile of dust.
This is Keeper to Cypher 9. Emergency transmission, please respond. I have reports of a level 5 annihilation wave on Quesh, triggered by an Imperial bombing run. An SIS team was the target. Are you all right?
This is Cypher 9. No permanent damage. I can't say the same for our enemies. Ardenkoth and his weapon, the Shadow Arsenal, are no longer a threat.
Cypher, what have you been through? Updating the Minister now. Pulling 2 sections off alert, giving approval to the Moffs to accelerate our timetable. Tell me the rest later. You changed the war, and everything's going to be different.
The war's only going to get worse. And something odd is going on. There are other forces involved.
Then we'll figure it out soon enough. Take a day or two. Remember who you are while there's still a quiet place in the galaxy. By the time you're recovered and back at headquarters, we'll be ready to march on Coruscant.